In the second half of 2026, the entire automotive world seems to be holding its breath. Everyone wants to know, where is the Tesla Model 2? The promise of an electric car for US $25,000 has already become headline news, a meme, and even a conspiracy theory. But the truth is stranger and far more intelligent than it seems, because the problem was never the car itself. The Model 2 isn't delayed because of battery issues, engineering problems, or lack of technology. It's being kept under wraps because launching this car too early could backfire. And it wouldn't be just any mistake. It would be the kind of mistake that drives down market value, sours customer confidence, and even causes Tesla's own used cars to lose value overnight. Many people look at the Model 2 and think, oh, it's just a cheaper Model 3. But Tesla isn't your average car manufacturer. While other brands create the car and then figure out how to produce it, Tesla does the opposite. The real product isn't the car. It's the factory. It's the process. It's the system. And that's the trick almost nobody notices. The Model 2 doesn't need a new design, nor an engineering miracle. It needs a completely new way of being born. Because if it's made using the old rules, every car sold could mean money lost, not gained. That's why Elon Musk doesn't appear at any events announcing dates or prices. It's not disregard, it's strategy. Everyone wants to hear Model 2 in October for $24,990. But that kind of announcement can destroy the value of all other Teslas. And how can you go back then? Once the public discovers how cheap a Tesla can be, there's no unseeing it. Expectations change, used car prices plummet, current models lose appeal, and the entire brand enters a downward spiral. This has already happened, in fact. Just with the recent price cuts of the Model 3 and Y, many people lost between $5,000 and $10,000 in resale value, without the Model 2 even being launched. And the risk isn't theoretical. By 2026, the Chinese market is set to hit hard, with electric models priced between $15,000 and $20,000. They aren't perfect, but they work. And that working is enough to redefine what consumers expect from an affordable car. Tesla knows this. But it also knows that launching the Model 2 now would be like putting a Ferrari in a go-kart race, and then discovering the asphalt is ice. The scenario might seem ideal: mature technology, cheap batteries, absurd demand. But without the right production system, the Model 2 won't be sustainable. The key lies in something Elon calls unboxed manufacturing. It sounds technical, and it is, but the idea is simple. The Model 2 cannot be built in the traditional way. It needs to be assembled in blocks, with fewer parts, fewer steps, less space, and fewer people. A radically leaner process. Because only in this way can a real Tesla be sold for less than $25,000 and still come out profitable. Until that's ready, the car continues to exist only in PowerPoint, even though all the prototypes have been working for some time now. It's funny how this changes everything, isn't it? Many people think Tesla is stalling, or that the Model 2 has become vaporware. But it's exactly the opposite. They don't want to repeat the production hell that was the Model 3 launch. Elon learned the hard way that overpromising and delivering on an outdated system is costly, and not just financially. It costs credibility. And that's Tesla's most valuable asset. Instead of launching something half-baked, they prefer to hold back until the right structure is in place. And that, let's face it, requires more courage than playing to the crowd. It's curious how even those who closely follow Tesla often get lost in this logic, because it seems counterintuitive. Why not launch now and adjust later? But the Model 2 isn't just another product. It's a game changer. It redefines the company's baseline. It's the bridge between the luxury market and the mass market. And on that bridge, you can't afford to miscalculate. Every detail of the factory, the logistics, and even the public's perception has to be synchronized. Otherwise, the castle crumbles. And once it crumbles, It's not easily rebuilt. Perhaps that's why Tesla talks so much about a next-generation platform, and almost nothing about the Model 2 itself, because this car only makes sense when the whole system makes sense. When the math is stable, the margin is positive, the scale is replicable, and production is smooth. The good news? They're getting there. But unlike what many think, this path doesn't involve a new chip or a magic battery. It involves reinventing the very idea of how to make a car. And that, nobody else in the world is doing. When Tesla decides to pull that trigger, the impact won't be limited to the Model 2. It will spread like cracks in glass, starting with the heart of the current lineup, the Model 3 and Model Y. The arrival of a new, more modern, and much cheaper car transforms the perceived value of previous models. Suddenly, what seemed like a good deal starts to seem too expensive. And this doesn't just happen to new buyers, but to those who already have a Tesla in their garage. After all, who wants to invest in a Model Y if the entire market is eyeing the Model 2 for almost half the price? This domino effect is what scares strategists at Tesla the most. Because when the public discovers how high the price can go, there's no hiding the ceiling anymore. Imagine paying $42,000 for a Model 3 and discovering that, for $17,000 less, the Model 2 delivers almost everything, with a newer design, a leaner structure, and a promise of unbeatable value. That's where things get complicated. It's not just a matter of losing sales, it's a mental reconfiguration. Consumers start to see the old car as outdated, undervalued, a bad deal. And that directly impacts the brand's reputation. Tesla has already felt this effect even before the Model 2 was launched. The price cuts in 2024 and 2025 angered many people. Model Y owners saw their cars lose up to $8,000 in resale value practically overnight. And all this without a new model even reaching dealerships. Now imagine what happens when a car like the Model 2 is officially launched, with a fixed price and worldwide availability. It will be impossible to maintain the same margin on the more expensive models. And worse, customers will start expecting constant price cuts, postponing purchases, and eroding the company's cash flow. It's no exaggeration. Tesla risks sabotaging itself if it doesn't calibrate this launch with surgical precision. A timing error could bring down not only car prices, but also the perceived quality of current models. And when that happens, the effect is cascading. Dealerships push for discounts, buyers expect promotions, and investors doubt the strategy. That's why Elon Musk avoids giving any concrete dates. He knows that, from the moment that's said, expectations will be immutable, and any change of course after that will be interpreted as a failure, not an adjustment. Now, imagine the situation of someone who bought a Model 3 in 2025, believing they were getting a good deal. Suddenly, the Model 2 appears for less than $25,000 with a new platform, decent performance, and a refreshed look. This buyer will not only feel cheated, they may never again trust a Tesla price advertisement. This is the kind of damage that doesn't show up on spreadsheets, but undermines long-term customer relationships. And in a market as competitive as EVs, trust is everything. Furthermore, there's the social effect. When the general public discovers that a functional, connected, well-designed, and inexpensive electric car is about to arrive, nobody wants to pay full price anymore. Searches for used cars plummet, negotiations stall, and the sector as a whole slows down. It seems absurd, but a cheap car can indeed freeze the market. And the Model 2 has the potential to cause exactly that, if it's not introduced with extreme intelligence. Tesla is aware of this, and that's why everything is being done at a slower pace than the public would like. All this care helps to understand a behavior that, at first glance, seems strange. Elon Musk talks about factories, assembly lines, gigacasting, extreme automation, but almost never speaks directly about the Model 2. For those who only follow the headlines, This sounds like stalling. For those who look at the whole picture, it sounds like someone avoiding a classic trap. Setting a price and date now would create a psychological reference point impossible to erase later. And when the market anchors itself to a number, anything above it starts to seem expensive, even if it makes sense on the spreadsheet. The problem is that the public often interprets silence as indecision. But in this case, the silence is calculated. Announcing Model 2 for $25,000 in 2026 ahead of time would be like signing a contract with the future itself, with no room for error. If the costs don't add up exactly as expected, Tesla would be stuck between two bad options: accepting almost non-existent margins or raising the price and disappointing millions of people. Neither of these aligns with the image the company has built over the years. Elon has seen this movie before. In the past, bold promises have put Tesla in uncomfortable situations with delays, forced adjustments, and absurd market pressure. Today, he seems less interested in immediate applause and more focused on not compromising the entire company structure. It may sound cold, but it's pure pragmatism. A car that's too cheap, launched too early, doesn't become a revolution. It becomes a financial problem disguised as a success. That's why terms like unboxed manufacturing appear so frequently in recent discussions. They aren't buzzwords thrown to the wind. They are pieces of a puzzle that needs to be complete before any official announcement. The idea is simple to explain, but difficult to execute. Break the car down into modules, reduce steps, cut parts, speed up assembly, and drastically reduce the cost per unit. Without this, the Model 2 would just be a squeezed-out Model 3, and not a real leap in efficiency. And here's a detail that few people mention. It's not enough for this new manufacturing method to work in a prototype or pilot plant. It needs to work on a global scale, in different countries, with different suppliers and gigantic volumes. Elon knows that the market forgives delays, but it doesn't forgive broken expectations. If Tesla makes a mistake now, the damage could go far beyond a bad quarter. It could affect long-term confidence in the brand. Some criticize this more cautious stance, saying that Tesla is losing ground while competitors advance. But, honestly, this criticism ignores the company's history. Tesla has always focused on structural moves, not hasty responses. And, in this case, avoiding an economic trap may be more valuable than gaining a few months of media advantage. Not all silence is weakness. Sometimes, it's just a well-executed strategy. The most intriguing thing about all this is that the real problem isn't what Tesla he has, but what's still missing is a way to cut about $10,000 from the total cost per car without sacrificing quality, production speed, or profit margin. And you can't do that just by optimizing the battery, software, or design. The challenge lies in reinventing the entire factory. The real bottleneck is logistical, structural, and invisible to the average consumer. But it's what defines whether the Model 2 will be a historic milestone or a fatal mistake. Today, it is estimated that the total production cost of a Model 3 or Model Y is between $36,000 and $39,000 per unit. This figure works when the car is sold for between $40,000 and $60,000. But with the Model 2, the stated goal is to sell it for less than $25,000. In other words, it's necessary to cut more than $10,000 by car, not in dreams, but in factory reality. And this isn't done with just one trick. It's a combination of fewer parts, fewer steps, less factory space, and fewer people involved per unit produced. Tesla has already made it clear that the goal of the new platform is to cut costs in half. And this is only possible with a radically leaner system: 30 to 40% fewer components, faster robots, large-scale casting, and near-continuous production lines. They are not just improving what already exists. They are taking everything apart and starting from scratch. What Elon wants isn't a new car. It's a new factory for the new car. And that takes time, patience, and silence. Even though the Model 2 battery is inexpensive, it doesn't even come close to covering the necessary cost cuts. The real hidden cost lies in labor, assembly complexity, and the infrastructure of current factories. Using the old production model for such a cheap car would be like trying to print money with an inkless printer. That's why Tesla will only launch this car when the new system is functional, validated, and globally scalable. Without it, every car sold becomes a loss. And there's another critical point: scalability. It's no use producing 10,000 Model 2 units in an optimistic production scheme just to create a buzz. Elon wants hundreds of thousands of units per quarter, something only possible if the process is solid. Therefore, he insists that everything be validated from the launch. The Model 3 proved otherwise. The car was ready, but the factory wasn't. The result? Production hell, as Elon himself called it. Tesla learned its lesson and doesn't want to go through that again. Perhaps that's why he's investing so much in larger gigacastings, shorter lines, and levels of automation that seem like science fiction. But that's the only way to remove $10,000 from the cost without compromising the final product. When we talk about next generation, it's not just marketing. It's literally a new generation of industrial thinking. And Tesla is betting everything on it. Discreetly, but with surgical precision. Tesla's history with the Model 3 is the best example of what not to repeat. At the time, the car arrived with a competitive price and generated a worldwide waiting list. But behind the initial shine of the deliveries, there was a chaotic scenario. Robots failing, parts piling up in makeshift areas, and engineers sleeping in the factories to meet the schedule. Elon even set up a parallel production line under a giant tent in the Gigafactory parking lot. It seemed improvised, and it was. The cost of this was extremely high, both in money and credibility. This is precisely the kind of nightmare that the Model 2 cannot repeat. Now, with more experience and resources, Tesla is doing things differently. Instead of announcing a car and then scrambling to figure out how to produce it, it's focusing on building a complete system first. This time, the car will be the last piece fitted, not the first. It may seem counterintuitive, but it's brilliant. After all, what's the point of promising a revolutionary car if it's going to be born in a factory that still operates with 2018 logic? And it's not just about efficiency, it's about survival on a global scale. A $25,000 car only makes sense if it can be replicated in factories in Germany, Texas, Shanghai, and Mexico, all with the same level of automation and profit margin. Otherwise, it becomes a rarity, not a revolution. Elon doesn't want to launch a cheap car. He wants to launch a cheap car, done en masse. And this only happens when the underlying structure is as revolutionary as the final product. Many people see the Model 2 as a symbol of progress, but internally, it's treated as a risk. The slightest slip-up, whether in price, margin, expectations, or logistics, could bring down the delicate castle Tesla has built over the years. And that's why, even with all the external pressure, the company remains firm in its decision to wait. To wait for stability, for scale, for the complete system. It's not cowardly caution, it's strategic coldness. This coldness, incidentally, is evident in Elon's recent speeches. He doesn't sell hype, he sells preparation. While everyone wants to know when, he answers with how. He talks about giant castings, robots that operate in seconds, assembly lines that cut production time in half. It's almost boring for those expecting a bombastic announcement. But for those who understand the game, it's music to their ears. Because if there's one thing the Model 3 launch taught us, it's that a car can be good, but without a good factory, it becomes a burden.